Standing and welcome Mr. Tom Blake for the American National Anthem. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much.
And welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz with Alejandro Naviza Estrada. Thank you for joining us, Alejandro, here in the CTV studios in Wellington, Florida. And we are prepared here. I want to thank Mr. Tom Blake for our national anthem as we have the 2023 World Polo League Founders Cup. And we're playing on field number 2 today. Alejandro, say hello to CTV Sports.
Thank you very much, Dale, for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here and to join you in this during this game.
You got it. Now, Alejandro just played this morning, and we're going to talk about his game as the day goes on, so we're going to get some great insight. But let's go with the teams right here. Right here, we got Kaia Polo coming on there, and he had Larry Austin that played the number 1. He had the number 2 there, Luis Zubieri. And the number 3 is Sapo Cassette and Santi Tocolino playing the number 4. In the orange jersey, Brookshire coming in with Scott Wood will play the number 1. Number 1, Pipe Borcellino will play the 2. Playing number 3, Paulito Pierres. And playing number 4, Harold De Carrillo. And they're going to play with Larry on A-rated on the Kaia Polo. Lorenzo Vieira played 7 goals. Santi Tocolino, or Sapo Cassette on 10 goals. And Santi Tocolino on 8 goals. They're 25. Brookshire, Scott Wood, A-rated. And Pipe Borcellino on 7. Paulito Pierres on 10. And Harold Del Carrillo on 8 goals. Alejandro? First question is, how do you feel about the season this year? I mean, your team's been doing well. You made it to the All-Star Challenge. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, we made it to the first final of the All-Star Challenge. It was a very difficult final against Casablanca. They played really well. We didn't play well, and so that's the outcome. We lost, but we were very happy to be in the final. And we had 2 wins on the Founders Cup, so that put us in a good position to get to the semi-final. The fields are amazing. The season has been great so far. So
yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you. I don't think it was your best game in the finals, even though they had one of those games that was just like you can't miss. You know, you've been in games like that where you're just shooting at everything. And, they had a very good day, you could say.
Yeah. I think it was, like the perfect storm for us, because we play bad and they play amazing. So,
exactly.
But it was a tough game. It was a fun game.
Yeah, and the good thing about it, though, it got you psyched up to come win your first game.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Founders Cup, because they were looking good. And we're going to talk about Alejandro. Alejandro's also going to be working all day long with the color, talking about the penalties. And it's great having our professional players that play in the World Polo League here at the CTV studios. Let's get to the action here. Remember, Brookshire in the orange and on the move. It's going to be picked up here by Paulito Pierres and almost taken off the doorstep. Or Alejandro, did he save that one?
I think it's saving. Yeah, I think it was a save.
Let's check this out. Paulito's going to shoot this ball here on your replay. Keep an eye on that ball. And yes, what a save there as Lorenzo Zubieri.
Lorenzo Zubieri, yeah.
So we will get the penalty 6. in Polo, and that's going to be the safety. Remember, when a defending team hits it over their own end line, then they bring it out to the 6-yard mark, no far further than 40 yards from the center. How do you feel about that procedure? Remember when you used to hit it from way out? Now they hit it from no further than 40. You agree?
No, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea because before the ball was going out next to the boards, and you had to hit it from there.
Yeah.
And it's too far, and the angle is very narrow, so it was very difficult to score. This way, it makes it a little bit less difficult to score, and you can have more goals.
Yeah, no, big point, Alejandro. I agree with you. Here's Polito. And there you go. Great drone footage there, Alejandro. You get a good look at it from the studios now, from being on the field. If we trigger one of your goals, now you know how we tell and see it. You can see it right there as a super strong shot there. And by Polito Pierez. And that's a good way to start.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting and very fun game to watch.
Yeah, these two teams lined up pretty well. We will switch directions for any of you new viewers. That's what we do in the game of polo. So this field does run north and south. Field 2 at the Grand Champions Polo Club. And we're going to get a play here by People versus Lino number 2. And it looks like Sapo's going to jump in here. And you can take a look at it also. And what do you think about this one here, Alejandro?
Yeah, I think it was a foul because people touched the ball, and if he goes harder to the ball, he will crush Sapo,
Right.
And Sapo was on the left.
And that's a good point what you're saying, coming from a player's perspective. That's what happens. That's why we have that 2-horse length gap in there. If you had that, then Sapo would have time and you won't have a crash.
No, exactly. And Sapo, you can see that it's on the left, and he comes, and then he gets the line well. But, but he came 90 degrees. To meet that
you said
ball.
It, a big part of it. Remember, player following the ball has a right of way over a player moving from left to right. Mm-hmm. Now, we are using the challenge system, and Alejandro and I will be talking to you about that all day. Teams are going to challenge one per half, but Polito is going to go back to the penalty line now with a penalty 4. Let's see if Polito can go 2 for 2. Well, and just off to the right side. That was pretty easy to see there. So he pulled that one a little bit. We'll go to the knock-in, and for any new viewers, that's what happens when the ball does go over the end line. They'll line the ball up with our goal judges there, and they'll bring it in, and it's going to be Santi Tocolino to bring this one in. Wearing the number 4 in the gray helmet, number 3 in the blue helmet is Sapo Cassette on 10 goals. Sapo, he'll take it back here, keep it in behind. Looks like Tocolino's going to go forward here. And a nice little play here by Santi Tocolino to clean up the alleyway for Sapo. People for Zolino on the rotation. Big ball down, looking for Zubieri in the corner. He's going to put Polito on his hip. Well done, Lorraine. That's a nice little play across the center. Scott Woods got to pull out of there. And Polito takes it off the doorstep for the control play. Back to the left side. Into the right side now. Good hook in there by Zubieri. They steal it away at Tocolino and the high flag. What do you think there, Alejandro?
It was a nice goal. Yeah. They managed to recover the ball fast and have a shot to goal.
Yeah, Zubieri doing a good job in there, making that little hook to free up Tocolino. And I like the thought process here by Tocolino to go ahead and just shoot it very quickly here.
Yeah.
Switches to the near side right there and uses the open back shot. Unstoppable. Tocolino will get his first goal of the day, and that will be the equalizer 1-1. Now, we are using a courtesy change. Sapo's going to win this bowling. Face off in hockey, bowling, and polo. Picked off there now by Zueri, and they're going to use a full rotation. And it's kind of how you guys play, Alejandro. You guys use that full rotation.
Yeah. I think it's very important on every game of polo, to have a good rotation. When the back goes forward, the number 3 or the number 2 or the number 1 covers the back, because someone has to be on the back.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. You guys do it at a high level, Alejandro. I talked about you a lot doing it. You come through, and your defense, your team is clicking very well. We're going to see a lot of that today. We'll point it out for you. Uh-oh, well done there, Santi Tocolino. He keeps that ball away from Polito. Now he'll go back to the center with it. He's going to drag it, leave it for Sapo, but that's a miss hit, and Polito's going to take this one, and we got a foot race here. Uh-oh. leaves it behind, and then we get a whistle on the play. So you might get, let's see if they go to a courtesy change here, or you can take a look at the replay here, see if you see a foul on this one, Alejandro. Takes it forward right there, and then he goes to turn it. That's all clean, clean, clean.
Yeah.
And that was clean. So I think you might.
No, I think it was a foul.
Is a foul coming on the other side? Is maybe you got the angle, lesser angle, huh?
Yeah, I think Santi give a turn a little bit bigger,
right, when it hit.
Make a bigger turn, so he came with a bit of, like you said, less angle.
Yeah, so it's funny, it almost looked like it hit off the cane and went on a kind of squirmed off to the side, which gave a lesser angle to the player running from behind.
Yeah.
It's amazing how when you see it live like this, and you get to sit in the studio now, isn't it amazing, Alejandro? Sometimes when you're on the field, at a low level, you just don't get the same perspective as you do from the cameras in the drone.
No, exactly.
Good call, Alejandro.
No, yeah. On the field, what you have to do, or what the players usually we do, we try to look at the boards and the goals.
Right.
To see the lines,
okay.
To
because
make
those are designated lines that never move.
Exactly, or sometimes the line, if you are closer to the middle of the field, with the line in the middle of the field, so that will give you more of a perspective of the angle of the ball.
Very, very good point. Very good point, Alejandro. That is a huge point, and that's good for us to know as umpires. So I'm glad I'm learning this from you, because as the umpires, because I work with the umpires, you know that I'm an umpire also. So for me, it's going to make, I'll know now, I'll have that in the back of my head, so I'll understand why you guys are feeling a certain way or looking for a certain way. Now, at the moment, we do have the our IRO/third man, Steve Lane, looking at this play.
Yeah, well, but in this play, you can see that Polito started going like a little diagonal from the field, like a bit towards the boards. And look at Santi, he goes from goal to goal.
Yeah.
So that's the lesser angle that I'm talking, and using those points to comparison to compare the angles.
100%.
You see how Polito goes that way, and look, Santi, the number 2 is coming. Pipe Bercellino is coming the same direction as Polito.
Yes, a good call. And you know what? You got to see all the angles there. Now we did have a challenge on the call.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to ask you now. So Brookshire, they didn't challenge the foul. They challenged the ball placement.
Brookshire, I thought.
And they're going to stay at a center on this. The umpire's called center. The third man, IRO, agreed with that. So they're going to lose their challenge. They thought they should have had a 60-yard shot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. I think I would agree with the 5 on this one.
Me too.
Okay, based on Sapo being, the other 2 players being back, no breakaway play, no player downfield. So they're going to lose their challenge, though. And great descriptions there, Alejandro. Thank you so much for that and that information, especially about the lines. That is interesting stuff. All right, here we go. Back to the action. A little bit of an advantage at this point, because now the Kaia Polo team still has a challenge, and Brookshire is out of challenges, using their challenge in the first chucker with the ball, right around 3 minutes left. Back and forth, Polito, wearing the number 3 in the white helmet. Nice little play right here under the neck. He'll carry it around. He's got Del Carrillo in the rumble seat. And Hero, he's another number 4. Oh, well done, Larry. Sneaking in there on the near side. Oh, bad luck, and that one will skip out of bounds. So we will have a change of possession. We call that the cup. And that's going to go in favor of Brookshire. This is a great procedure. Do you embrace this procedure about where you get the ball instead of bowling?
Yeah, I think this is like the best change of the rules they have done.
Yeah, so the last 5 years for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
The best one.
I agree with you, Alejandro, on that one. It's changed the rule. And basically what Alejandro's talking about was you used to have a bowling on that play, and now we have a change of possession when the ball goes out of bounds. They hit a big ball downfield, Sapo in the blue helmet. It looks like Sapo's going to get faced up there. Woo, they come together right here. And we get a whistle on the play. And it looks like they're going to march to the center. We get to get a replay. We get to watch this one. They bring the ball across the field. Sapo changes the line there. And pretty easy call.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Polito just blocked them there and then went near side.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Polito came late and tried to get Sapo, but he was already crossing, no?
Yeah. So the other play, really, I guess you have there, because we have a lot of new viewers always watching Alejandro, so we try to bring, try to give plays to help. The only thing would be there either pull out, right, and maybe just give the play up, or go for a bump, slide back.
No, what I would do in that situation is let him play, stay in front of him, so he has a play that where he has to hit it or try to run past me, but but let him play. He's in his side of the field, defending, so he has no shot to goal.
Perfect. And I think I agree. I would agree. If I was coaching a team, I would be thinking the same thing. Pull out of there. You're down. You're at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, exactly.
And just let them hit away, but make them hit away, and then you take your man.
Yeah, they have to carry the ball most of the field to your own goal.
Yeah, because you have a silly little foul. And I actually gave a member. We are playing the 2-point conversion. And I'm going to talk to Alejandro more about that as the game goes on. But we have the 2-point conversion, so anything scored from half field, it's got to be behind half field. It can be on a penalty shot. It can be running down the field during play. But if the players score from behind the center line, and that's not the checkered line, but the full line, they will get 2 points. So Tocolino had an opportunity there. On the boards, picked up here in the sword fight with the 2 number 2s. They leave it for Sapo Cassette. Sapo will change it around. Woo! Ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving right there on the chestnut pony. Now, Sapo, he'll launch one here, and he's looking for Larry. Larry's in a good spot if it stays on the field. Larry, he keeps it on the field with the belly shot. Cleared out of there by Versalino, and that's going to go into the corner. Sapo has time. He'll slow it down. Good little play there by Zubieri to help out. Now they come together. And then a whistle on the play. That'll stop the clock here. And I think we're going to go into the next chucker here, Alejandro. But you're going to get a look at it here anyways. Let's take another look before we go into our commercial break. Bring it back inside. Then he taps left. He slows it up, taps right. And then you have some contact right there. So we're going to go ahead and let Alejandro think about that one. We're going to let the umpires think about it. And we're going to go to our first commercial break. So stay with us as I'm Dale Schwetz with Alejandro Naviz Estrada. And we are live from field number 2 at the Grand Champions Polo Club for the World Polo League Founders Cup.
Happy to be back in town playing with the best teams, best boys, and on the best field.
So we're going to start the season a full power horse.
I'm just happy to be back in Florida. It's hometown. Looking forward to getting back on these amazing fields.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao to the World Polo League host Mark and Melissa Ganzi. I would like to congratulate the both of you for the opening of 2023 polo season in Florida. Thank you also for welcoming my best friend Mikey Romero and his Global Port team to the Grand Champions Polo Club to compete in the highest level of polo in North America. I wish you all the best of luck during this season, and God willing, I can come and visit Florida to meet you also and cheer for our Global Port team. God bless everyone. Stay safe. Know that God is good all the time. Thank you. Mabuhay.
Hey, welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz with Alejandro Naviza Estrada sitting next to me here, and we had a penalty at the end of the first chukker, and basically the play was where Sapo turned it inside, and he hit the ball back, and another player met it, and I got to speak with this to Alejandro, and Alejandro, you agree with the call, no foul?
Yeah, I agree. I think it was no foul. You know, Sapo was playing the ball and he put the ball there, so I would call it a negative play.
There you go,
Sapo.
good call. So Alejandro was right on top of it. I actually agreed with that too. I think it was a great job by the three-man team, and they said no foul on the play, and they basically bowled that ball in. So here we go. If you're just joining us, we have Kaia, Polo there in the white jerseys today, and that's Larry Austin playing the 1, Lorenzo Zubieri playing 2, Sapo Cassette playing the 3, and Santiago Tocolino playing the number 4. Brookshire in the orange jersey, Scott Wood, Pipe Versalino, Paulito Pierres, and Errol De Carril in the number 4 position. And at the moment, it's 1-1 and been a very close game here, just up and down the field, very fast, very clean game. The only play that happened that's big that you need to keep a stat on right now is that we had the Brookshire team challenge ball placement and lose it in the first chukker. So the Kaia Polo team still has a challenge here in the first chukker. Picked up and controlled now by Paulito Pierres. Pierres, he reaches out there, but Zubieri says, no, guys, I'm taking this one by myself. In between two people. Nice ride off there. They leave it for Sapo Cassette. Cassette now, good ball control. Sapo working it down the end line. Still has control, looking for some open space. Shot on goal, Sapo Cassette. And you'll get the high flag there as Sapo with his nifty little play.
Yeah, Sapo is very good going to goal at that distance, no?
Yeah, really very quick with the ball. It's one thing I noticed watching him here in the World Polo League, Alejandro, is one of his strengths is when it's really short plays.
Yeah, he's very fast player with the ball very close to his mallet. So
yeah, we all have all you guys have your strengths.
Yeah,
but I just noticed that. Noticed it lately.
He's like that.
So Sapo's going to win this bowl in, and he's working very hard. That's another strength he has. But all of you players do, Alejandro. Every one of you work so hard on the polo field, and that's what's so much fun about the World Polo League, to watch all you guys 26 goal level, but playing on the best fields in the world with the best four-legged athletes and sponsors. Picked up and left here for Versalino, Pipe. Pipe's going to lay this one down the center here. Sapo tries to get a piece of it. Uh-oh, foot race. And Zubieri gets in there. Polito. And turned out of there. And I like this not called too much time, huh?
Yeah, I think so. It didn't look like Hero was too close.
You could count the strides there going in. And it was more like 3. We want to see it less than 2 there, Alejandro, especially in this league at this level. Scott Wood. He'll back it up. Gets a little angle, picked up and taken forward now. Loose ball play. Wow, they come together right there, but that looks like a clean ride off there by Zubieri, and shot on goal. And I think Sapo's going to get that one. Take another look at it here. This is a clean ride off.
Yeah, but I think Lerin missed the ball and he was already crossed.
Right.
That's why Hero loses the play, because if he keeps on going straight, he would have crushed him.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
So he gives away, the ball, appealing, so as not to crush him.
Right, yeah, right, I understand. So they're going to go ahead and go with the goal, and they're going to go into our courtesy change.
Yeah, it was a good neck shot from Sapo.
No, the courtesy change, of course, will take part, once every chukker. And this for safety of the four-legged athletes, and we'll send them off here to check it. We were talking about I was talking with Alejandro, and Alejandro, your Richard Mill team, and you said you played in the finals of the All-Star Challenge. But today, if you watch your game, Give me a little insight. This remember you came up against the Pampa Norte team. They're a 22-goal team. You had to give up 4 goals. What's your thought process? Well, your game plan going in against the four goals.
Well, it's a very good team, and it gets even better team when you have to give them 4 goals. When you start losing 4-0 in the first tackle. So it was like saying, okay, let's try not to let them score and let's try to score us.
Right.
But most important, don't give away easy goals to them because they already have 4 goals on the scoreboard, in their favor. So first of all, not letting them score and us trying to narrow the difference as soon as possible so as to have a tie game, and from there, maybe try to gain confidence and get the lead. And we got the lead, I think, in the fourth tackle, but then we lost it again.
Yeah, no, you did. And I got to tell you, I noticed your team came out very strong on defense today. Like you said, trying to not allow them to get extra shots. Yeah, and Eric Frank and I were doing the game, and we noticed you guys came out and you were going to the man. Very, very good. We're going to hear more about this game as the day goes on with Alejandro Estrada, but we're back after our courtesy change here. We're going to give that goal to Sapo Cassette. So that's going to go ahead and make it 3. So Sapo scoring on each side of the field here in the second chucker. He scored on the north end and on the south end. On the ball, it's going to be Virgilino. Pipe. Slows it down. Now you get the little leapfrog here. Del Carrillo will drop into the rumble seat. Ooh. Going to try to get back here as quick as possible. And he does. Lorenzo Rieri trying to fight it out here. And then finally we get a whistle on the play.
Thanks.
That will stop the clock here. Kind of a little melee play. Alejandro, he's going to take a look at the replay here. But the turn, he didn't get good. That was clean. They didn't call anything there. And
I think there's the foul.
There?
They didn't got the ball, Hero had it on the near side. And
right. Because I guess Pete had the line, right? Virgilino?
At the beginning, yes. But then when Lerin got it, he tapped it under, I think he tapped it under Hero.
Right.
And that's when Hero gets the ball on the near side, but then he changes to the offside, no?
Right.
I think.
It's very slow pace on that play. As I said, Alejandro's checking out all the replays today, so he's getting an opportunity to re-look at those plays. And I agree on this one. They're going to move this one down to 60. So just communication between the Brookshire team a little off there, between Virgilino and Del Carrillo. And that'll put Sapo on the penalty line here for a 60-yard penalty 4. And dead center.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a very good image from the drone,
And this is going to be 3 goals here in the second chucker, Alejandro, for Sapo Cassette.
Yeah, 2 nexus and the 60-yard, the penalty 4.
Very, very strong chucker here for Sapo Cassette. Coming out of the courtesy change, ready to go. Back to the center we go. They'll wait for Scott to be the final player to get back. And here we go as they try to pick this one up. And I like this is their first game. They didn't have Zubieri involved as much, but today he is getting a tremendous amount of touches, and this team is flowing a lot better for me when Lerin pulls the team.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Lerin is he's a very hard player, he works a lot, and that's very good for this team because he will stretch the team and and give open spaces for Sapo,
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I thought he did a lot of work last game, but they didn't get as many touches. But today it seems to be rolling very well, and they seem to be opening that space. It is just what you said, Alejandro. Sapo's got 3 goals, so it must be working. Here we go, though. Paulito says, "Shut up, Dale Schwetz. I'm going to get a goal here on the run." Look at Paulito once, twice, 3 times. My lady, Paulito, will it make it? Backed out of there cleanly by Tocolino, and he's going to slam that one into the corner. Scott Wood, good riding. Scotty's going to get there, backs it up nicely. Met in there by Versalino. Now they'll come together. Left in there, Sapo. He is allowed to turn it around. They're waiting for him right there. Versalino now looking for the open space. Oh, that ball bounces off a pony, backed up by Zuiri, and we get a foul on the play. The whistle will stop there. I believe we'll just make a check on that, just to check and see if the chucker was over or if we still have some time.
I think Lerin Zubiari had to check to wait for the ball, and Polito was coming with the line. I think that was a foul look.
Okay, that ball's going to come across.
Polito, and you see that he checks.
Yep. I agree with you.
He ended up crossing the line because he had to check too much.
You got it, Alejandro. I agree. They called on the field reaching. So similar, same thing, reaching, blocking. Yeah. And as Alejandro said there, he had to lean out to get that ball in front of the Brookshire player. And, of course, all of our new viewers or new patrons playing, the player following the ball always has the right-of-way over that player. So they're going to go ahead and set this one up for an open goal penalty 2, 30-yard attempt. And that should take us almost to the end of the second chukker with about 43 seconds left. Here comes Pipe. No problem there. Pipe, pretty strong penalty shooter.
Yeah, he hasn't missed at least the short, the number 2 and number 3. I think I haven't seen him miss a penalty in the whole season.
Yeah, no, they're super. And even in the 12 goal, he was like, I think he missed one in the 12 goal, but otherwise he was 100%. Well, that's going to take us to the end of our second chukker. So a big goal there, just to keep the stop the momentum from the Kaia Polo team. So stay with us. We're going to go to a little commercial break, and we'll be right back here on CTV Sports.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
Reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And, of course, head to Chucker TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
Good afternoon and welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz with Alejandro Davisa Estrada in the CTV studios this afternoon for our World Polo League Founders Cup. Alejandro, what do you think about the first two chukkers? Anything stand out? Or
I think it was a very even first chukker. In the second chukker, Kaia was a bit stronger. I think also Brookshire had a bad luck with some, missed balls. And but there are two very even teams and two strong teams. So I think it's a very fun game to watch.
Yeah, we have a lot of polo to be played. I agree with you, Alejandro. And here we go. Del Carrillo is going to pick this one up for center field, looking for Polito now. Polito's going to meet that ball. That gives him a chance to control. Sneaks away from Zubieri. Now he gets away from, well, Sapo is still going down there, trying to hook him right below the hand there. And that ball will just go just out of bounds. But Polito getting an opportunity here down inside the 60-yard mark.
Yeah, Polito is very, very good when he has the ball.
Yeah, he's another one, huh?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
very quick.
it's amazing, yeah. It's very difficult to get the ball out of him.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably one of his major strengths, too, when you say Alejandro.
Yeah,
or?
for sure. That and when he goes to goal, it's like most certainly a goal.
Yeah, my wife calls him the sweeper.
The sweeper, yeah.
He's like sweeping the floor, you know?
Yeah, it's a good nickname.
Yeah. Sapo Cassette. Good pickup here, and here comes Kaia Polo. Kaia on the move, shot on goal there by Tocolino, who's a very strong, powerful polo player. He goes to the near side. Scott Wood playing well here. Look at Scotty. Takes it out of there 3 times, but then he gets stolen away by Sapo. Cassette now, he'll slow it down, working it back. And left in there for Tocolino. Tocolino going for the tail shot there. Sapo will push Scott Wood into the corner. And everybody banged up in the corner here, just trying to get out. It's finally going to be the sweeper. Polito. Look at Polito. Polito. And just what Alejandro just said. Very good with the polo ball.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
Yeah, he looked like he was having fun there. Takes it downfield, still has control. Field 2, amazing right now. Looks like a pool table. Look at this pass or goal. Ooh.
I think it was a white, no? Yeah.
Just off the side there.
But it's amazing. He got it in the, 30, 40 yards on his side, and he never lost control of the ball.
No. It looked like he started picking up speed.
Yeah.
And when the ball got in the air, tell me if I'm wrong, Alejandro, but it looked like he was spurring the horse on to go faster.
It looked easier for him in the air than on the ground, no?
Yeah, that's what they say. You guys all say that. I never had that ability to go that good. But I know you got all you players in this World Polo League, and just unbelievable. So here we go. Sapo's going to drop this ball for Tocolino, and they'll use that leapfrog as Santi can drive the ball deep from anywhere. He's going to find Larry Zubieri on the far side. Big ball down the sideline. Rotation coming from Kaia Polo and Scott Wood. Scott has not missed a back shot all day long. Good polo by Scott Wood. In the corner, Sapo trying to escape. 3 orange jerseys. Now he says, come on, help me out, guys. And he's going to give it to Zubieri's going to work this one in. Once, twice, there's the ride-off. Sapo near, come in now, left in there, and backed up cleanly by Zubieri, or Tocolino, and he'll get the finish. So good teamwork here by Kaia.
Yeah, they work, they play very well.
Come together right there, it bounces. Sapo just bounced on him, I guess, or skipped on him, I guess, or hit a divot or something there. And then Tocolino was just following everybody in and has an easy back shot.
Yeah. Polito, you can see that Polito went to the goal to try to stop Sapo's back. And when Sapo missed, Polito was not in the line.
Good read there. Good read. I was wondering why Sapo was so or Tocolino was so long, but because he went to play goalie.
Yeah, but Polito went to try to stop Sapo's backhander, so he went to the goal, and he was not behind the play. That's why Tocolino was by himself.
The chance to, I was wondering how Tocolino got so open down there. I'm like, that goes around, but it makes sense. Good observation there, Alejandro. Playing the goalie. Man, the thing about playing goalie from there is that ball's coming at you about 100 miles. And do you like hockey? American hockey?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but
a little different, the goalies dress in American hockey.
Yeah, the goalie, he has a lot more protection than us.
A lot more protection. All right, we'll get a courtesy change here with 3:32 on the clock, and that'll bring us back to the center. And looks like we got everybody back. Scott Wood will be our final player here in our third chucker. Remember, stay with us for the stats as Alejandro and I will break down the first half after our halftime break. Loose ball play, everybody just grinding it out here, and that's what Alejandro pointed that out about these two teams that they both. I think every team in the World Polo League has been very strong in the scrums, as they call it this year, where you work together to try to get somebody free, but Paulito will get free. Paulito. Working this one between. There goes Rosalino going forward. Ooh, I think he might have a little bit of a foot race here, and he might get there if that ball stays on the field. Pepe's going to get there. Oh, that almost went into goal.
Yeah, I think it was an amazing shot from Piper Cellino, no?
Wow, not much goal to shoot at, Alejandro. Maybe.
No, very, very narrow angle, and
very
I think
narrow.
It was a nice shot.
That ball will go out of bounds on the far side. So it just shows you how close that ball was of going in. By Versalino, nice try. But the score will stay at 5-2. Tocolino, and he's going to drive one down the right side. And there comes number 3 in the blue helmet, and that's Cassette. Sapo. You're going to be shadowed here, and you'll probably get a little help from Tocolino. That works. That's clean in the game of polo. Ooh, Paulito goes for the pick, and that could be trouble in paradise because Sapo has room to work now. Sapo Cassette. Ooh, little miss hit.
Yeah, he mishit it. But Paulito, it was a nice try from Paulito. If he would have gotten that ball, he would have been alone to goal. Yeah, gone to goal.
You like that player? You think that might be a little
It's
bit
a bit risky. Yeah, and especially if you're losing, no?
Right, yeah, I understand. No, it can be tough. That's what we say. Some take those big risks, as they say. So it's going to be Del Carrillo. This is a guy, I think, Alejandro, I like this Brookshire team when he plays like you play. Your team allows you to go through a lot.
Yeah.
And when he goes through, I think this team goes better. I don't know what you think, but when I think Harold Del Carrillo runs through, the team seems to go better.
Yeah, of course, because when the back is able to go through, it's you go with a lot of strength, a lot of speed, and you can see all the game from behind, so you can see the spaces where to run to.
Right. Yeah, I was wondering about that because I know you play the 2 and 3 position a lot, but at the 4 position you seem very comfortable. I know your brothers are also Nacho likes playing there, but I understand exactly what you're saying. You get to read the field. Right now we got them coming in here, and it looks just like they're just blocking them, just all over the top of them. There, Alejandro, I don't know what you got on your replay there. What do you think?
No, yeah, I think it was Brookshire had the ball, and Ledin was trying to mark, but he went from left to right. Didn't get the line. He went over the line. So here,
you rode over top of the ball.
He's on the left, and he ended up with the ball not going to the man, so he ended up fouling.
Yeah, no, good read there. So they're going to move this one in. They'll go past the 60 to the 40. So we have an open goal penalty 3. Paulito. No problem.
Yeah, it has to be a number 3 because he was too close to the 60 yards. So if not, there's no advantage.
Yeah. Have you been happy with the ball placements this year in the World Polo League? They have been moving the ball, I think. But are you happy with most of them?
I think the umpires have been doing a great job with. And even though there has been challenges, for ball placement, and there were not many, different calls from the third man, no?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Okay, so here we go with 33 seconds left in this half. Let's see if it stays 5-3 or if we get one more goal, and it's going to be Zubair, and he's had a great half, number 2 in the white jersey. Still working hard there, and you'll get a whistle right there. And that's going to end our first half of play. So we'll take a look at it anyways. Alejandro, go ahead and break it down. What do you see here?
I think Ledin ended up here. He misses the ball, and Polito, is going with Sapo and Ledin again. He's checking and trying to read the ball very far behind, and that makes him cross the line,
Yeah, from left to
Even
right.
though Polito and Sapo didn't have the line, they were coming behind and they were going to the ball.
Yeah, you got it. Here we go. We're going to check out. We're going to be on. Thank you for joining us here again on CTV Sports. We're going to go ahead and break down the first half, Alejandro and I. So go ahead. Let's go ahead and check out our first half stats here. And here they go, Alejandro. So 5-3. That's pretty basic. Shots on goal, pretty even, huh? 8-7.
Very even, yeah.
Knock-ins, not pretty even too. 4 and 3. So not a big difference there. Look at it. Throw-ins, not a big difference. Really two throw-ins difference. That's not much.
No, not that much. But
Fouls committed, though. Kaia, they're fouling a few more times.
yes.
But not many goal shot penalties, because on the other side, isn't that funny? If you look at it, Alejandro, we have 3 penalties, but all of them were goal shot penalties, the 30, a 40, and a 60, where Kaia fouled 4 times, but they only gave up 1 goal shot penalty.
Yeah. Yeah, they are not fouling in the, like, very close to the goal.
You can see that. They're doing the penalty 5 from the spot. So, okay, we are going to go to a short halftime break here. Mr. Estrada and I, Alejandro Estrada, and we will be back for our second half action of the 2023 World Polo League Founders Cup live from the Grand Champions Polo Club Field 2 here on CTV Sports.
This is a championship meet. All the best jockeys in the world are here, and I'm excited to ride against them. And you get to watch some really incredible, talented athletes out there.
To us, it's a place to be in the winter.
I love Gulfstream Park because of the racing.
The palm trees, the beach is right here. The horse racing is some of the best in the country.
A lot of good horses come out of here. And if you want to go to the next level, Gulfstream Park was the place to come.
I remember the first time I came to Gulfstream, it was like this big fairy tale place. All the history. And all these great horses, trainers, jockeys. It was everything that I ever dreamed of.
My name is Augustine Malman. I am a chef. I trained with my uncle in Argentina in several restaurants, and now I travel the world creating unique experiences, all cooked with fire. For this event, we came from California. My team and I had some previous events there, and we traveled with my wood oven trailer and all of our grills from Santa Barbara, California. Well, when we got here, we always arrive about a week prior to the event. There's several things that we order from out of town, like the firewood. We make reservations of all of the rental items, kitchen equipment, anything we need prior to our arrival is already reserved. And then once we arrive into town, we'll source out whatever products are on the menu, like fish, red meats, fruit, vegetable, anything that we need specifically for that menu that we chose. We will source it once we get in town. My team is everything. I mean, I always tell them and to my clients, without a good team, you can't execute these kind of dinners. It takes a lot more work than what people see when they show up to the events. It takes, like I said, I mean, sometimes weeks to prepare for an event like this because we're traveling from out of town, so we have to source everything we're not familiar with. The new barn is, I mean, we're here, and this is the first dinner we're doing here, so we're very excited to be here. It's amazing. It's a great place to be, and it has this inner courtyard, which is amazing to do dinners, with a special area back here behind me to do all of our grilling and the fire showcase. So it's great to be here. It's a beautiful place. It's very different being up in the mountains, but I mean, I feel with Melissa and Mark and all the events we do together, I mean, I feel like it's home. You know, we've been cooking for them for about 4 or 5 years now. But as far as showcasing what we want to showcase and being in an incredible place like Aspen Valley Polo Club, that's no difference to Wellington. I mean, it's a beautiful place up here. It's going to be a 4-course seated meal. As the first course, we have a halloumi cheese that we sear on our fire plancha with shrimp, pine nut gremolata sauce on top. The second course seated will be a roasted beetroot salad with goat cheese and arugula, lemon zest and olive oil. And then the main course tonight will be a mashed potato, sweet potato puree with skirt steak and chimichurri sauce. My name is Augustine Malman, and we are in Aspen Valley Polo Club, one of the most beautiful places to do an outdoor fire dinner experience.
Hi, I'm Tomacho Pieres.
Hello, I'm Nacho Figueras.
Hello, I'm Martín Muñoz.
I'm Gonzalito Pieres.
I'm Alejandro Novillo Estrada.
Hello, I'm Nacho Novillo Estrada. I made goals and here back in Aspen.
We were excited to start. The field was amazing. We knew that it was a really tough team that we had against. Mark always puts a really strong team in the field, and it was Gilberto's first game, tournament, and everything. So happy that he did good. I used to play a lot with Pablo when I was younger. We were cousins, and we played a lot of kids tournament together until we played the Open together. Then a few years we play against each other. And now, we had the opportunity to play back again, and it feels really good. Have a lot of connection, and with Alejandro, I played last year here with Melissa. He's a great defender, a great back. He plays really simple. He understands the game really good, so he makes things simple. And Gilberto, I think he had a really good game. Yeah, I think yes. Well, this is a single elimination tournament, so winning today was keeping one foot in the tournament, so it was really nice now that we have another game in the weekend to keep playing, and yes, a lot of fun.
My favorite part about AVSC is seeing all my friends. I have so many friends here at AVSC and USASA, and don't know what I would do without them, just hanging out with my coach. But hanging out with my coach would be really fun too, but I just need friends too, you know? Everybody needs friends.
AVSC is like a really fun place because you get to make jumps, new friends, and get to ski a lot of places.
When you see kids, they are smiling, they are happy, they are laughing, they are telling jokes, they are just glowing with excitement, and that just makes me feel confident that we are really doing something right, and that's really what it's all about.
You know, this is ABSC's largest fundraiser for our club, you know, and I think the true importance of this is we're making a conscious effort to make sure that kids in the Roaring Fork Valley have the opportunity to get on snow, ski, and snowboard.
So I've been a part of the Aspen Valley Ski Club since I was 10 years old, and growing up in the valley was a really special experience because you're open to so many different opportunities, and one of which is being able to ski. And I never really thought that my dreams would come true, but now Aspen Valley Ski Club has allowed me to ski for a living, and I can never be more grateful for being a part of the club.
We love ABSC! We love ABSC!
Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz with Alejandro Novillo Estrada as our special guest, and we are live from the CTV Sports Studios in Wellington, Florida, and we're bringing you the game from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 2 for the 2023 World Polo League Founders Cup. Alejandro, not a bad first half.
No, it was a very interesting first half, very even. I think Kaia was a bit more accurate on the goal, no? Because
that's pretty much
we
the
saw
difference, huh?
no, there were like one difference in shot to goals.
That
I
was
think,
it.
no?
The stats were really close, and we always say here in the studio, the numbers don't lie, Alejandro.
No, the numbers don't lie for sure.
Yeah, so it was really close, and a very clean, open game, running. Field 2 playing spectacular.
No,
Field's been amazing this year. What's your input on the fields? Are you been happy with everywhere you've been playing?
No, the fields. Everybody's talking about the fields. They're amazing.
Good. That makes a big difference. You remember how big that polo field is? 300 yards by 160 yards wide. You can put 9 soccer fields in the middle of one polo field. So if you're not used to the game of polo, but the ball will travel 120, 150 yards at 120 miles an hour. And they say the horses, our horses run for about 30, 36 miles an hour. Alejandro this year playing for the Richard Mill team, and they have been going very well. And we'll be dipping into Alejandro's head all through the second half here. As Alejandro's been working with us, he'll be calling the play color, checking out the fouls, and filling us in on his professional information. It's been a joy to have Alejandro Estrada in the studio today working this World Polo League Founders Cup game. Here we go. Second half action. If you're just joining us, Kaia Polo, Larry Austin playing the number 1. They're in the white. Larry Zubieri playing the 2. Sapo Cassette playing the 3. And Santiago Togolino playing the 4. They're in the white jerseys, and they're a 25-goal team. Brookshire in the orange jersey with Scott Wood, Pipe Virgilino, Paulito Pierres, and Harold Del Carrillo, and they are playing at a 25-goal level. What do we got here, Alejandro?
I'm not sure if they blew against Polito or Sapo for delaying of game. Polito didn't look like he fouled. You see?
Right, if they call it delay game or if they call blocking, right? One of the two?
Yeah, but Sapo has control of the ball, and he's tapping the ball under the horse of, Pipe Bertolino, so that's delay of game for me.
No, I agree with you. This is one of those calls that can be, this is one of those calls that can go back and forth, and why we put the umpire trigger in, Alejandro, because sometimes the umpires look at that, and one umpire, I agree with you. Well, we're both saying, I can say it could be one or the other. So this is a perfect play to be able to give to the IRO to look at and say, okay, let's see what really happened. Did they delay the game or did they get blocked? And in my case,
No, that's right. You can see that Sapo has control of the ball the whole time.
I guess what happened here, and it makes sense, Alejandro, is we had an injured player.
Okay.
Yeah, so what they're going to do is a fair play bowl in.
Okay.
So it makes sense. Well, there you go. It makes sense. You and I were trying to talk it out. We couldn't figure it out. Well, that's why. Because there was no foul.
No, there wasn't.
No. And if you were going to call a foul, we told you the number of ways, Alejandro.
Yeah.
Actually, Alejandro brought up all the different scenarios. Well done there, Alejandro, on the scenarios on how many different things can happen. And so Sapo had control, so they'll give the ball back to them on the fair play bowling.
Yeah.
And it was Larry Austin there, Alejandro. I think he's okay, though. They had the medics come on the field, so Larry's all right. Larry also plays at the Aspen Valley Polo Club in Colorado during the summers. Loose ball play on the penalty 5A, and it's going to be Pipe Virgilino. Pipe now. A little different rotation here by the Brookshire team early as Pipe jumped falling into the rumble seat. Maybe we're going to see Harold going forward, and there he is, Del Carrillo, and we were talking about that. Here comes Paulito once, twice. Ooh.
Well, you see another shot on goal, but it's not a goal. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference right off the right side. But again, I like one. Del Carrillo goes forward, Alejandro.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just a big fan of it. I'm a big fan of when you go forward, too. I told you that. I think the team just rolls when you guys start doing that, especially when you have guys like you and Del Carrillo that have the ability to play the number 2 position. Number 3, you can play all over the field. So here we go. Back on the backside on the knock-in. And a big ball here as this guy's been working very hard today, Zubieri. Larry gets a piece of it, moves it down the sideline, picked up and controlled, and gone to the outside, and it'll be the sweeper, the Swiffer, Paulito Pierres. Paulito, look at this guy trying to get through there. They're rubbing him. They're riding all over him. He still doesn't lose it. They leave it for Harold. Look at Scott Wood's going to get in there. And then Scott coming in a little bit. Oh, there's a nice pick. And it looks like they're trying to get Polito free here. Back to the inside. Pierres. Loose ball play. Taken out by Tocolino. Santi. Now it'll be Hero de Carrillo. Hero now. Look at checking his shoulder right there. Everybody's going to fall in behind. Polito takes out a man. Hero de Carrillo now shoots a goal. That ball's got eyes. Oh.
I know. 2
of them.
Yeah.
One on the right side, one on the left side.
Yeah.
For Alejandro and I on your screen, the opposite. But just inches there, Alejandro. Very close, both shots.
Both shots were very, very close.
Second knock in here of the second half, and it's been within 3 minutes because we're right around just under getting around the 4-minute mark. As they take it back across the field, it's going to be Sapo. Cassette. Sapo's going to find Tocolino by himself. He'll drop in behind and just control right here. Big ball by Sapo. Everybody marking up very well here in the Fort Chucker.
Yeah, very well.
Yeah, good defense by both teams. There is not one person floating around by himself. They've run for a good 4.5 minutes here. Alejandro, you might see a courtesy change call. We'll see what happens as they've been running and gunning. There hasn't been a foul. And big ball here. They'll let this one run out. It's going to be leading to the air on the far side. Picked up by Sapo. Turned into defense into offense quickly. Zubieri going to run down here on the Bay Pony. Carrillo's got to give him one play. There's the bomber all the way down. Who's going to get to this one, the Gray Mare or the Bay Mare? As Arrow will go ahead and back this one out of there cleanly into the corner. Sapo's going to get there before everybody. Still has control. Keeping it, looking for space. Tocolino on the rotation. Sapo takes them out away. Rotation by Doreen Dubieri. And that one, right in front of goal. And Dubieri's finally going to get one.
But you see, the first time these guys, Kaia Polo team shoots to goal in the Chucker and they score.
Good point, Alejandro. That is the first time they've shot a goal. Amazing. It was all Brookshire. And a great play there by Sapo on to make the hook on Polito. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, this is why we're going to have the courtesy change. And with 2:34, to be precise. So it's a good time to ask you as a professional player, Alejandro, the courtesy change.
No, I think it's a good thing, when the horses are at the beginning of the season, and everything like you said, they are the four-legged athletes, and they get tired, and that allows, to lower the injuries on the sport.
We've noticed that. Yeah. Injuries are one, like they said, and the ability, what do you know what the longest horse race in Argentina is? Because in America, the longest horse race is the Belmont, but it only takes 2 minutes and 25 seconds to run that one race, Alejandro.
Yeah, but the difference in the run is 2 minutes at full speed.
Right.
In Polo, you are not going the whole Chucker at full speed.
Right, so you're back and forth, slowing down the movement.
You're back and forth, and sometimes the players get to rest their horses.
Right.
If you're when you end up in the number 1 position or in the number 2 or number 4, and defending, or your team is attacking and you're in the back.
Yeah, you can rest a little bit.
You can rest, so the horse gets to recover. That's the biggest difference.
Point.
The racing is they have to go full speed,
at
maximum velocity the whole time.
Another point yours is a lot of stopping and turning.
Yeah. No, that's for sure.
Pressure.
Yeah.
But you're a fan of the courtesy change.
Yeah, I like it.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
I love getting the feedback from the players. Being that it's coming right here now. Ooh,
wide
another
again,
one.
No? I think it was wide again. Yeah, I think it hit on the horse's front leg.
Well, Jan-Eric Frank would call that a Remington. Remington shavers?
Yeah.
A very close shave.
Yeah, exactly.
and that's what they've had, 3 of them here in this Chucker. But that could be trouble for the Brookshire team. Look at the score, Alejandro.
Yeah.
That's where you would have a tied ball game here on all three. And like Alejandro mentioned, 3 misses here by Brookshire. Only 1 attempt on goal by the Kaia Polo team, and they scored. Polito. He'll work this one across the line here. Good ball control. They're lined out perfectly. They give it to Dacaria. Harold. Ooh, what a pick right here. That is a super. Lorene Zubieri again coming in with the steal. That's going to give Sapo Cassette a true breakaway. Look at Zubieri. Keep out Versalina. Oh, override. That doesn't happen much. No. Just bad luck there for Sapo. Now he'll work it back and try to get this one back, but it goes back to Harold. They have virtually all by himself here, and this is going to be the final minute of the 4th chucker. Back to the inside. Good ball control here by Pipe. Down the center they go, looking for Polito. Backed up cleanly by Zubieri, and who's going to get to this ball? But no, it's going to be Pipe. Look at this. He's got Harrow. Everybody with their mouths in the air, but Dacarillo's going to sneak in, and I think you're going to get a whistle on the play there.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if he looked like he was a little bit far back on that one. I wasn't sure.
I think he didn't have the perfect line, but I think there was distance and they were, I don't know. You see?
Oh, maybe they're going the opposite one, calling it for Santiago, huh? And I wasn't thinking about Santiago. I was kind of thinking about the opposite player coming.
Zubiarre? You're talking about...
We'll see what they decide here. They're going to talk about this one.
But you see, he has the ball before everybody finishes turning, you know?
Right.
And that in Polo, even though you didn't get the line, but you get there before everybody,
right?
You establish that you have the ball.
Yes.
That player has the ball. So for me, it was not a foul. You see, Jero del Carril, he already has the ball in his mallet before, you know, they finish turning.
Yeah. They're going to call a right-of-way violation on this.
Yeah.
And I guess.
No, I understand the call.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. You know, you had 2 players coming from each direction. You had 1 player from the white on this direction, 1 from the white on that direction. No challenge on the play. Both teams have a challenge. And, you know, why challenge this anyways? Because even if you win it, what are you going to get, right?
Yeah.
You get a bowl in. If you lose it, it's going to be, you know, all they're going to do is get a penalty 5.
Yeah.
So might as well just let it go, even if there was a miss or just a different call. Here we go. This ball goes back to the far side. Brookshire are very smart. They're not to use any challenges. Picked up now by Ursulino. They got it clicked down here. The time's clicking down, so they need to push. This is the guy who can do it right here, Dacaria. Harrell over center. He looked back. He can see the clock there. Oh, he's going to run out of time, Alejandro.
And I think he didn't have he couldn't make the full swing because if not, he would have been hooked, no?
Yeah, no, you're right. I saw him. That's why he took that one in front.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to send everybody off. And we're going to get prepared for the 5th chucker here. And once again, we are live on CTV Sports. Stay with us for our 5th chucker play coming up.
Foot golf is a kind of life, and also it's a combination about golf and football.
So I got into sport through social media. Someone approached me on Twitter and said, have you tried it? I'd never heard of it at that point. So I went to my local course and tried it and just completely fell in love with the game.
This is not as easy as it looks on your body. It's a lot of kicking. We don't normally kick this many hard kicks in soccer.
For me, this and the U.S. Open are the 2 top U.S. tournaments. It's something we all look forward to every single year.
Great fun, and I think everyone will enjoy it when they try it. You can't not have fun.
When you set goals at the start of the season and you're able to achieve them at the end of the year, I think I can speak for everyone and say when we set goals and we make the sacrifices that we make, which a lot of people don't see, and then it all comes to fruition, it's a good feeling.
I literally live, breathe foot golf.
the World Polo League, a new breed of polo.
Okay, welcome back to the Fit Chuck Reaction. I'm Dale Schwetz with Alejandro Navija Estrada, one of the teammates from the Richard Mill team. And we're in the Fit Chucker here, 6-3. We're playing live from the Grand Champions Polo Club field number 2 today for our World Polo League Founders Cup game between Kaia Polo in the white and Brookshire in the orange. On the move right here is going to be Tocolino. Santi. He'll leave it behind for Zueri, and we get a whistle on the play. I think Tocolino might have finished that one, but I'm not sure. There was a whistle before the play.
I think there was a foul before.
Yeah, you're going to see the play here. Here's a replay on this. There's Tocolino. We'll keep an eye on number behind the play. Oh, maybe right there? After the fact, or, well, if they did that or they would continuation, they'll let the goal score.
Yeah. Yeah.
So penalty 1. So we're going to get a penalty 1 on the play.
Okay.
And I guess it'll be the shot that we had for Zubieri.
Yeah, I think Scott Wood. You know, you can see him here on the left.
Okay.
You know, and he comes from left to right.
Right. So after the shot, Scott came over in a little bit of dangerous play, I guess. So they moved. They called the penalty 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so the penalty 1, so we'll give that one to Zubieri. And that will go ahead and move that ball to center, procedural, and this guy can make it. Come on, Santi, hit one.
Yeah.
Looking for the 2-point conversion. If anybody can do it, it's Santiago Tocolino, as he is a big hitter, but it must go there by itself, and it cannot be touched by another player. Ooh, off the post. And then I think it looked like maybe Del Carrillo was trying to back it, but it went in. Keep an eye on the replay here. I believe it hits the post, and then Harold Del Carrillo tries to save it, but he scores maybe for the other team. Keep an eye on number 4 or number 2. We'll see one of them right here. I think, yeah. Yeah, it bounces off of Zubieri's horse. Yeah. Bad luck there for Del Carrillo. But we'll give that one to Zubieri on the pony goal.
Zubieri's horse.
4 goals on the day here with the pony goal for Ian Zubieri. Having a great game. Look at him pulling the team once again, number 2. And Alejandro talked about this kid when he gets out in front, how much it helps the team. He works very hard in the front. But when he's pulling the team, it adds another dimension. On the far side, here comes Brookshire, and stolen away by Kaia Polo. Larry will get a piece of it, push it across the center, and a big hit by number 2, Pipe Virgilino. That ball is going to land inside the 40. Scott Wood with the shot on goal. Oh, he doesn't get a piece of it off of the mallet here. And there's a series of plays right here.
I think they gave advantage.
Did they get advantage on the play with Scott?
No, we'll have to see, yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering about this play right here, Alejandro, where he comes in there.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, so they give advantage here for the back shot to Zubieri. He doesn't hit the shot he wants, so you blow a whistle there.
Exactly.
And then you had a foul there, too. That's late, though. So they go with the early foul. So, like Alejandro said, a late whistle or advantage play, they let him clear out. Are you in favor of that advantage there?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a good call.
Yeah, and then let them go. And if they get a good, clean play, then you play. If not, you go ahead and blow the foul.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but
perfect.
Then we have to Zubieri hitting it very well.
You got it. Yeah, I agree with you on that, too, because that could go back and forth on the advantage, you know?
No, yeah, even though he hits a back, but it's not the best, but he doesn't hit it very well. I think the advantage should finish,
Yeah.
and you have to give a penalty.
No, good point. Good point. And it's great hearing from a player your perspective, Alejandro, because you're on the field. As an umpire, I got rules and regulations I can go by, but you're on the field, you're playing the game, so it's great to hear your perspective on it, and the fans love to hear your perspective on that. I appreciate you explaining that one in depth on the advantage call. Here's just a melee play, and everybody's fighting for this ball. We've seen some very clean sword fights today, but I think Del Crio maybe caught a...
He had a problem, no?
Yeah, he had a problem. He had to get checked out here. So one unanswered goal in the fourth chucker, and I don't know if we're get a challenge here. Or if I don't think they're using a courtesy change. Well, this is a good time. We're talking about the challenge system, Alejandro, and you had an opportunity to get a big challenge today, and your team was successful. Tell us a little bit about that and how it was a big part of the game for you.
Yeah, I think it was a play where Magu tapped the ball, and the ball ended up being on my near side. So I hit the back without crossing the line, like we were saying, explaining that that imaginary line that has the player and the ball, between the player and the ball. And the umpires thought that maybe I crossed, or I was not perfectly on the line. But then we challenged the play, and it would have been a 30 a penalty 2, a penalty 3 against us, and we ended up being right, and it ended up being a throw-in. So there you can get the ball back, and actually I think we got the ball back from the throw-in. So it could have been another goal from them, and we ended up winning by 1. So it could have been, a big difference.
Huge play.
Yeah.
Huge play. Yeah, I had a chance to break that one down.
Yeah. No, that what you're doing with the lines, I think it's a great thing that you're doing, because it shows, the viewers, how the ball, the direction of the ball, and what we are talking about, the imaginary line.
Yeah, no, well, thank you for that, Alejandro. We appreciate that. And you're right about it. I remember that call because we broke it down today, and it was a huge call. And I'm going to tell you, when I first saw it, I wasn't sure, but look at this. They're going to come out of the injury timeout, and it looks like Del Crio's all right. And look at this guy.
But there was a foul.
That ball would have went in if he was,
Yeah.
Well, a little bit further, a little closer,
Yeah.
but it's going to be Pipe, and he gets the finish there. And this is a they haven't had a goal since the third chucker.
No, that's an important goal for Brookshire.
Victorino's going to get one from there. Thank you for the breakdown on the challenge there. And then I didn't. Now thinking about it, Alejandro, it was, you guys were a 1-goal difference, so that becomes a big difference, and that's why we embrace the technology here, and we think it's very important for the teams to be able to look at plays like that to save games, help the umpires make better calls. All right, Sapo's going to win the bowl in here, and he's trying to get a pass. They're overlapped there, so good play by Harold not to take a swing there. Backs up off a horse, and Paulito looks like he's ready to go to goal here on the Bay Pony. Remember, Alejandro, everybody on fresh ponies here, because after that courtesy change, here comes Paulito, and he's on a flyer. Paulito Pierres once, Paulito Pierres twice, going behind the back. Are you kidding me?
What about
that? It stayed on the end line.
Yeah.
I don't even know how he got that shot done. Looked like you went for like a little snap tail shot, but they'll keep it down on their end, and Brookshire will work this one in. Loose ball player, mallets in the air, but no whistle, and we're going to get another true breakaway now going the other way. Sapo on the chestnut pony. Gets out in front, and he's got room here, but well done by Harold Del Crio. Look, he's going to push it across the center and take the man out and leave it for Lorin Zubieri. Zubieri taking his time. Watch out.
Oh, yeah.
But good teamwork, good communication.
Yeah. That was a very good, smart play from Sapo. His teammate was coming along and had plenty of time.
Yeah, nice as Sapo. Unselfish Polo, we say. But, Alejandro, to be able to use your teammates, take the man out. There's nobody around them. I didn't see the play. I didn't really see anything down. Did you see anything on the other end? Are you sure? There was a melee play at the other end.
I don't know. Brookshire, Polito, and Pipe appeal for the foul.
Right.
I'm not sure. We should see it again. Maybe. I think Lerin went to Pipe, maybe not in the right angle to challenge him.
Yeah.
And that made him lose the ball against Sapo. But
right.
I don't know.
They had a couple of them had their mallets in the air, and then some of them kept playing. And like I said, it was way back though.
Yeah.
And Alejandro had a better memory than I did on it. I wasn't exactly sure what happened. We'll review that. Remember, one of the things also we could do, Alejandro, is everybody around you see here in the CTV studios, we have the ability to mark the plays. They might be able to take your board back. Can we take Alejandro's board? Replay board back, guys. Here you go. You keep taking an eye on it.
It is.
Look at it, Alejandro. Tell me what you think.
But like Polito's horse kick that ball.
Yeah, you'll get the rest of the play. Now, Alejandro's actually, I'm going to call the game right here. Alejandro's going to look at what happened down on the non-call, and we'll go ahead and mark that in the studios here. And so what will happen is Alejandro thinks that maybe something happened on the play before Sapo broke loose. We'll mark that play here in the studio. And there you go. So thank you, Alejandro. We will do a mark, guys, on that, tag that play. And they're going to go ahead and just let Steve know we're tagging the play down inside. And here's going to be picked up now by Sapo. So we appreciate that, Alejandro, helping us out a little bit on all plays. Because one of the calls we talk a lot, we have a profile. Let's see this one here. Pipe Virgilino going to bring it to the inside. And this, ooh.
Yeah, the problem is that Sapo is, is crossing the line and what we call a negative play, because he doesn't allow the other player to play. You see? Here, he's already, he has no play because Sapo doesn't let him play. So he's already fouled before, not when he gets the ball.
I agree with you 100%, and that's where I'm really surprised that Sapo took that ball.
Yeah, well,
because he's not getting called for taking the ball. You already fouled. You really need to clear out of there so they can play your advantage, as you said, Alejandro. So they're not going to move this one, and I think the reason why is everybody's covered up, but downfield. If you see your screen there,
and the Brookshire player, Pipe Virgilino, he's standing still, so it's not that they are like running.
Yeah, exactly.
He has possession of the ball, but it's not a full attack.
100%, 100%. Good read on that one, and I was surprised. Yeah, Sapo just did do what you said earlier. Remember you said about moving out of the way and preparing yourself for the next play. And but they get the 5, big hit downfield, and it'll be Lorraine Zubier once more. Lorraine taking it forward. Scott left in there, turned around now by Pipe. 5 goals down here. Brookshire needs to get something going. Harold Del Carrillo will leave it for Pipe Virgilino. Whoop, going backwards, but there's Tocolino. He said, no, go ahead, try to run by me. He's not going to get involved there on that play just to be safe. Now, good ball control here by Harold Del Carrillo. Leaves it for Virgilino. And Virgilino going to get the high flag. Nice job. Yeah. So after a lot of work by everybody on the Brookshire team, Harold Del Carrillo finally gets Virgilino in a good spot where he can get a good shot.
Yeah, and he puts the ball in through the middle.
That'll be the 3rd goal of the day for Pipe Virgilino. He has 1 penalty, 3. And wow, they almost blocked that one.
Yeah.
Zubieri almost did. And 2 for the field here in the 5th chucker. And that'll get them within 4 goals. Nice ball here by Polito, but everybody covered up as Sapo will take this one around the corner and run the turn. Sapo cassette. Nobody's going to get to him. Sapo, out of the air, no problem. Keeps it moving. Cassette. Sapo looking for Larry Austin. Down the center they go, and it'll be Virgilino. Very strong here in the 5th. Sapo dives in there. Look at this, Sapo cassette. Good defense by Sapo. They need to give him 1 play. And he's going to finish it off. Good defense by Sapo here as he jumps in, and this is just a hustle play. Work, work, work. And he turns it around. They need to give him one play, and he does not waste it.
Yeah, I think Pipe had a bit of bad luck because he would have recovered the ball, but his horse kicked it and gave it to Sapo.
Yeah, and that's a tough play when there's a guy riding off. You know, you can't meet him because they call one meeting two. You know, I always wonder, well, that's going to go ahead and end our fifth chucker. So we got sixth chucker actually coming to you here. So stay with us. We'll be back for our sixth and final chucker on CTV Sports. All right, sixth and final chucker, and they are ready to go lined up. Once again, special guest, and I want to thank him for being here with us today. Alejandro Naviz Estrada from the Richard Mill team. He's done a fabulous job in here helping us out with today's game, giving us his perspective, not just on the World Polo League, not just on the calls, but actually everything about the game of polo at the highest level, and I want to thank him personally for doing such a great job. This has been a fun game to watch. I hope you here on CTV Sports are enjoying this game from the field and from the studios as much as I am. Let's get the business here. 10-5. Mucho tiempo, as we say, Alejandro. A lot of time left in this one, but it has been all Kaia Polo in the second half.
Yeah. But you know, Brookshire had their chances. They missed the shots to goal. So
yeah,
that gave the bigger lead.
They missed 3 or 4 right last chucker. I mean, we talked about like by an inch here and there. They were shooting in the third or in the fourth.
Yeah. Well, it was 5-3 in the halftime, and the beginning, like at least the first half of the fourth chucker was all Brookshire, but they couldn't score.
Yeah, we're going to see that in the final stats at the end. Those numbers will come up. Remember, stay with Alejandro and I at the end of the game as we will do our stats. And that's all Alejandro and I were talking about. They shot a goal, like 3 times, and they just those are the big misses. And the one team would capitalize going the other way. We have a little timeout here.
The Ledin got hit by Pipe Bercellino, so that's why they also gave the ball back to Pipe, because he had the ball back.
Yeah, good call there, Alejandro. So we have the fair play bowl in on the injury timeout. And they come together here, and Paulito's going to steal that ball in the near side on the left side of the pony. And remember, there's no right of way on the near side. If you get, even if you're at a walk, I believe that's what they're going to call here.
Well, this is what we were talking between the fifth and sixth checker. You know, like if the guy is standing still there, there's no much danger.
Yeah, I understand.
You know,
I
think
you.
Polito, Polito stole the ball, you know, without any dangerous play.
Yeah. Alejandro and I had a great discussion between the fifth and sixth. He was just saying, I was talking to him about where the ball gets, you know, 1 meeting 2 when they're at a standstill. And Alejandro had some great perspective that he brought up to me about danger, what becomes dangerous and what's not. And we're always looking to innovate rules and change rules and procedures. You know how we do that, Alejandro. Yeah. And all of the stuff that Alejandro brought up to me was very important. We took notes on it. So thank you again for all your knowledge, Alejandro. Yeah, it was cool. And you just talk about more about when you're at a standstill and plays are being made, like meeting on the wrong side or 1 meeting 2, and how you could some plays you could do that were safe and some that you couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. I think,
and we could have a whole class on it. So, but I want to thank Alejandro for that, because that's what's so great about having these professional players in the studios working the games with us, getting their perspective on the game. And at CTV Sports, we take advantage of that, and we write a lot of stuff down to keep their notes and ideas together, and we try to use them to better the game. Just back and forth right here, Alejandro, and this is going to work in favor of Kaia Polo with a 5-goal lead.
Yeah, exactly. But they have played already 2 minutes, and Kaia didn't barely went past the middle of the field, and I think most of the game has been like that, you know. But the thing is, they have been more accurate when shooting to goal, Kaia Polo, than Brookshire. I think that's the biggest difference that we saw today.
Yeah, I always say, you know, the clock goes tick, 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 and that's what's happening right now. So neutral Polo for Kaia is winning Polo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they get into the games where we talked about, it looks like we had a little break in the action here. Not a Kersey change, just a break in the action. And in your game this morning, you were 5-2, and you talked about the early part. And we'll talk more about this at the courtesy change with Alejandro, his game, because he had some great perspective on how it was a bit of a roller coaster ride for his Richard Mill team, winning by 1 goal today. All right, it's going to be Santiago Tocolino. Remember, he's got a 5-goal lead, so Santi's going to drive one very far down the field, and he's going to find Sapo Cassette. Sapo, big ball down the right side. And again, this is a positive play for them because the clock's going to keep
exactly.
tick.
The clock keeps on running.
And as long as you don't foul or miss here, right, Alejandro? Is that your thought process when you're up by 5 here and you got it? I mean, fouling is the worst, I guess.
Fouling is the worst because you stop the clock and you give them, you know, a chance for the other team to score. Even though, or you give them possession of the ball,
right,
if it's not a 4, a 3, or a 2 penalty, you know.
All around the clock, and this is what Alejandro said, keep possession, and they're still going to keep fighting here. Polito is going to work it in here. Pipe Virgilino, a little help from Sapo. And, man, my MVP today, Zubieri, he's been working hard. And as I said, high score. Well, not the high score, but he's tied with Sapo. But he's got 4 from the field, and we get a whistle. And now we might, let's try to work this one out here, Alejandro.
I think he back it and then turn and try to meet the ball again, you know, but...
Oh, he went wrong side there, huh?
Here,
yeah.
Yeah, he went near side when he had to go on the offside. But
right, so remember, that's a tough play sometimes when you're established on the near side, but you're not overlapped. You have to just switch.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be the first opportunity for Brookshire here. So this is when they need to score. They need to at least score on this drive here, Alejandro, to keep the wheels rolling down by 5 with 4:25 on the clock, just doing the math. based on the amount
for
of
sure.
time.
If they score now, they have there's a 4-goal lead on Kaia and 4 minutes to. Oh, look.
That's a goal.
An amazing
Que
goal.
golazo.
Que golazo.
Yeah. We called it right there. What a goal by Harold Del Carrillo.
But lucky it was not from the middle of the field, because if not, it would have been a double point, and that would have been more interesting.
Good point, because let's see how far it goes by the goal. Did it go far enough?
Not that far.
No. Keep rolling, rolling. It might have made it.
He might have made it, yeah.
Oh, man, I'm like exactly where he was at on the
he's
line
a strong
there.
player. He's a strong hitter, so he can make it.
Very strong. And I like how he hit it kind of low.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was not that high.
Well done, Harold Del Carrillo. It's going to be his first goal of the day, but on the 5A. And as Alejandro was saying there, if he would have been back a little bit, we weren't exactly sure. It rolled about under 10 yards further. And I think it would have been right around center. They might have lined up a little different, but a wonderful shot there by Harold Del Carrillo. Now possessions are big. And they're going to get one. Pipe for Celino. Take this one to the inside. Del Carrillo, give it back to him. Hit another one. Harold bounces that one off a player. Larry's just going to go ahead and let Sapo clean this one up. And then you see the clock behind you there. It looked like they went to a little bit more. As they go down the center here, now it's going to be picked up now by Larry. Out of the air by Harold. Loose ball play. Moved along quickly. So Kaia Polo keeping it down their side. Now Polito's going to get a breakaway play. Paulito Pierres on the breakaway. He needs to get one here. Look at this horse. Gets out in front. Checks her down a little bit. Scott Wood's going to come over. Shot on goal, and he's going to bomb one from way out. And that ball will stay on the field. Nice hook in there by Del Carrillo. That's going to give Paulito a little pumpkin off of the post.
Oh, yeah. He didn't want to hit Sapo, so he hit it so soft that he mishit it, but luckily he was able to correct that and score.
I'm glad he did, because he was being a good sportsman there.
Yeah.
He was. And you watch his replay. This is Paulito being a true sportsman.
Very good hitter here, look.
Yeah, and watch this, because Sapo turns around. He didn't want to fire it right at Sapo, so he just took it easy, hit the post.
Yeah.
I'm glad it hit the post there, at least for him, because he was being a
for him, because he was a good sportsman.
He was being a good sportsman by hitting it to the left. Alejandro, you pointed it out.
And not hard.
Yeah, not hitting hard. Here's our 2-point convert. Here's going to be our 2 minutes left here.
I think that we have a few more minutes, a bit more than 2 minutes left.
We're going to check clock and going to go to our courtesy change. On your game, we talked about it, we looked at it again. You said you came out very hard on the defensive side, and then things had to change. And where did you change? I thought you started running forward more a little bit in the second half. Is that something you guys talk about, or it just happens through the game?
No, I think it happens through the game. It's also, when at the beginning, when you give 4 goals, a 4-goal lead, you don't have to let them score, because if not, the gap.
Yeah, because if they score 2 quick goals, you're 6 goals down.
Exactly, it gets bigger and bigger, and that's more difficult. You have 7 goals to score to beat them.
Yeah.
And so I think it's, as the game got a little bit more even on the scoreboard, you have the chance to risk, to say it somehow, a little bit more, and to go a little bit more forward,
Yeah, so you went into halftime 8-6, and that wasn't bad. You guys didn't feel too bad being 2 down, did you? Were you happy there?
No, but. No, of course not. But it's a very good, tough team, and it's.
Yeah, they're tough. That's
they
right. Grind,
so,
man.
So
And Wakas scored a goal in the first chucker. Did a great job. He got them out. Look, they all scored goals today.
Yeah.
So they mixed it up very well for a 22-goal team. Then in the fourth chucker, wow, you guys got hot there, man.
In the fourth chucker, I remember Pablo scored like 3 goals really fast, and that that helped us.
Yeah, that puts you at 12. But it still was tough at that time. It was 12-10, and then it was a grinder. And I got to give you love, Alejandro, because you guys worked hard and finished it in a one-goal game. But that's a big win against a very strong Pampa Norte Biotricity team. What do you got here?
Yeah, we have a foul for Brookshire, a 60-yard penalty, and that stops the clock. So it's a good play for Brookshire.
Wow, yeah.
If they score, they are 2 goals behind and only like 2 minutes left. So
No, you're right, Alejandro. I'm surprised again here. Sapo made that hook.
yeah, Sapo should have let,
he has
let
a
him play.
challenge here. Let's see if they decide to use it. I think they're going to use the challenge system. So we can go back and break this. I don't know if you want to break this one down. We can take it back to the center. If we look, see here we go. Here's the bowling right here. See where the ball's going to pop out. Here's the ball right here, and it comes like this.
The foul is on Lerin fouls here because he doesn't allow the player, Jero del Carril.
Right, brings it back this way.
You see? He doesn't
blocks
let him
there.
play.
This ball comes here.
And that gives Sapo the chance to hook him.
Yeah, and then Sapo makes the hook right there. Right there. Boom.
Yeah,
And so he's not allowed to make that hook.
Yeah, but exactly. He's not allowed to make that hook because the other play, the Jero del Carril, didn't have the chance to play the ball because Lerin was fouling.
Yeah, he blocked him.
He delays him.
Yeah.
That's what gives Sapo the chance to hook him.
Sure.
So
No, I got you. Good read.
I think they challenge the ball placement or.
Yeah, and I'll check with that. We'll check whether they check the challenge, the call, or the ball placement on that. We'll check.
Oh, no, when white.
Okay, so we didn't have a challenge on the play, so both teams still will retain their challenges. Alejandro, we had an umpire trigger because the umpires were one said from the spot, one said from the 3, I think, or one said from the 4, one said from the 3, so they went with the 4.
Okay.
Yeah, so good head on your shoulders there, Alejandro. Good read. It wasn't a challenge, so they both have them. But that was a big play because, right as you said, Alejandro, it would have put them within 2 with a minute 30 left. Now we get another penalty. Ball gets back. And that's where you're going to get the foul on the near side.
Yeah. Lerin turns on the play and he goes on the near side and Jero was coming with the line.
Yeah,
well, they still have another chance, but then it's.
So now they're going to get another opportunity, but that was the big one.
Now they won't have much time unless Kaia fouls, you know.
Yeah, they are going to get an open goal here, so that's going to help out a bit. They're going to get the open goal.
No, it's a 4.
Oh, they're going to go to a 4.
Yeah, it was behind of the middle.
Yeah,
of
I was
the field.
surprised that I was going to say the other one was further back than.
Yeah.
So no, 4 on the play. To be consistent with the calls.
Yeah.
And and the other one they were also standing still, not really moving anywhere on the.
No. Now what has to happen is Brookshire has to score and then pray for. Kaia to foul and stop the clock,
No, the other penalty 4 was the big one. You said
that one.
That extra 30 seconds was huge right now.
Of course.
Huge. All right, here comes Polito with the 60-yard penalty 4. Well,
I think it was out, no?
He's hitting it at the same spot.
Yeah.
So at least when he goes to re-practice, he can adjust his swing a little bit.
This one was closer to the goal, I think.
Yeah, and that's a really good thing about watching this if you're playing, because if you are hitting them wide or something, you can see where you're hitting them, and then you can go adjust your swing.
Yeah, of course.
So it helps out a lot.
A
lot of the players have told me that on CTV Sports, and we enjoy hearing. We don't enjoy hearing them miss them, but at least they can work it well. All right, control is everything. As Alejandro was saying, possession of the ball. And big ball here, the clock's going to tick down with a 3-goal lead. I think they're going to be able to hold on here with the Kaia Polo. Polito will send one down, and he's going to get Versillito on one more breakaway, in our final 30 seconds of this six-sharker. 3-goal lead, though. Pipe puts it across the center, and it should be an easy one for Pipe. Pipe will finish the game right there. So we'll put another one on, and that'll be 2 coming. And make it 10-8. So we're going to see our all our players right there saying congratulations to the Kaia Polo team with Larry Austin, Luis Zubieri, Santiago Toledo, Sapo Cassette, and Brookshire was Scott Wood, People Brazil, Polito there, and Harold Del Carrillo, and Alejandro Navija Estrada. We are going to go through the stats here, so let's check out our final stats, and we'll go through them. 8-10, shots on goal. Wow,
well,
look
you see
at
Brookshire
that.
shot
There you go.
More times, yeah.
That's what you were talking about, Alejandro. And the misses. Look at the knock-ins.
No,
10 knock-ins by Kaia Polo.
Yeah.
And only 4 by Brookshire.
And throw-ins were very even, It's
Throw-ins are even. You got the fouls committed. Not that big of a difference. 9 and 6 isn't bad.
No, exactly, no.
No. 3 scored, though, by the Brookshire team. And so Kaia gave up a few more goal shot penalties in the second half.
Yeah.
But that's the big stat, huh?
Yeah,
the shots on goal and the misses.
Shots on goal,
Yeah. Well, the numbers never lie, as we say here on our stats. Great job by our team. I want to first personally thank Alejandro Navija. Alejandro, thank you so much for joining us here today in the studios. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be here and joining you with this game. And this is an amazing view from the Grand Champions.
Yeah, it's an amazing view right there. The drone footage of the field 1 and 2, actually field 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
And remember, keep your eye out for Alejandro Navija Estrada and his Richard team with Gilberto Sal, Gonzalito Pierres, and Pablo McDonough. He's going to be back in his favorite seat soon.
Yeah, I'm going to be on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we are playing Kaia Polo. So.
Okay. Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
So Alejandro's going to be back on the field against Kaia. Well, hey, you got a perfect time to watch him. Now you can go tell your team, get a good game plan together.
Yeah, before that, we have to play on Tuesday the 12 goal with Gran Gansi. That like if we win, we might have a chance to get to the final. So.
Oh, okay. So good luck. So catch him on that. I see Alejandro has been playing in the 12 goal. And, for Alejandro Navija Estrada, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports when I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember here at CTV Sports that we love the polo, and stay with us because we will be back, because I'm going to throw this to Jan Erik Frank and our trophy presentation. Once again, thank you, Alejandro, and always remember, we love the polo.
Once again, a warm welcome back, and this is also going out to all of those viewers around the world watching on CTV Sports. Thank you very much for tuning in. We are about to start the prize presentation. If I could ask the players, please, to make their way up onto the podium. The two teams, if we can have Kaia, Polo, and Brookshire, please, making your way up onto the podium. We are, of course, going to start with the prize of the best playing pony blanket, as Alexa Celine will be assisting in that. And we're going to start, ladies and gentlemen, by once again, we can have the players up, please, on the podium. We have the best playing pony. We're going to start with that first, of course, the World Polo League best playing pony of this game. But let's just give the players a second to get up onto the podium. And, of course, the winners, Kaia, coming up first. And then if we can have Brookshire, please, if we could have you up on the podium as well. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Don't be shy. Come up onto the podium. And ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the official prize presentation, let's give both of these teams a big round of applause once again. In the orange shirts, that was Brookshire, and Kaia Polo in the white. Now, Alexa Celine is ready. Let's get on with proceedings, and we're going to start with the World Polo League best playing pony of this game. Please put your hands together for Don Urbano penalty, played by Sapo Cassette. Please bring the pony forward. Thank you. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, once again, on behalf of all the ponies, best playing pony here of this WPL game of the Founders Cup. Put your hands together for Don Urbano penalty, played by Sapo Cassette. Oh, what a lovely pony she is. Look at the ears picked up. She likes all the attention. Well done indeed. Thank you very much. On behalf of that pony. So, Sapo, you might want to get back up there with your teammates. And now this is the bit where I'm sure, Alexa, you're going to enjoy doing this. She can, of course, if she chooses to, give the boys all a little peck on the cheek. We are going to start with the runners-up, ladies and gentlemen. And what a great display we saw here this afternoon by the team of Brookshire. Please step forward at number 1, Mr. Scott Wood. Well done, Scott Wood. At number 2, ladies and gentlemen, the man from Chile. Give it up for Pipe Rechelino. And then at number 3, ladies and gentlemen, the 10 goaler, that is the American Polito Pierres. And at number 4, ladies and gentlemen, the very talented young man playing off 8 goals, Hero de Carril. Well done, Hero de Carril. And now over to the winning team, Kaia Polo. And for those of you who are wondering, it is the name of Larry Austin's dog. So what a great name to call a polo team. And with that, please step forward, Mr. Larry Austin. At number 2, ladies and gentlemen, what a great performance we saw by Lerin Zubiaure. Ladies and gentlemen, he scored 5 goals in this game. Give it up for the number 3, 10 goaler, Mr. Sapo Cassette. And of course, at number 4, the powerhouse of 8 goals, that is Santi Toccalino. Now, we still have a few awards to go through. The next on the agenda, as is always customary here at Grand Champions Polo Club, is that of the MVP, the most valuable player. And I'm sure you will all agree with me, ladies and gentlemen, and please do so when I call out his name by putting your hands together, that this award goes to Mr. Sapo Cassette. Well done, Sapo. And then we'd also like to once again ask two gentlemen who have been doing such a great job this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, our two umpires, please step forward. Gaston Dorignac and Pepe Araja. Yeah, and that chair, of course, was meant for the MVP. Let's give him another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. MVP of this match, Senor Sapo Cassette. Well done, Sapo. And if we can ask for one more round of applause, thank you. There he is, Pepe Araja and Gaston Dorignac, our two officials. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And if I can now ask Brookshire to exit stage left, so we can get a picture of the winning team of this Founders Cup. Remember, they came with got a win in their first game over Pampinota Biotricity, and they've done a good job here this afternoon, making it 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, and I will leave you with these lovely pictures. Once again, put your hands together for the winners of this Founders Cup match. Kaia Polo with Larry Austin, Lorene Zubiari, Sapo Cassette and Santi Toccolino. And we will leave you with these images. I will now hand the microphone over to the Polo manager, Cale Newman, who of course is very much looking forward to getting the Wheelie Polo underway. A new little treat that we've got lined up for you here at Grand Champions Polo Club. For now, from all of us here at the WPL, at the World Polo League and at Grand Champions Polo Club, hope you enjoyed this wonderful day of polo, the high goal polo, and of course we look forward to seeing you and welcoming you back here very, very soon indeed. That said, I hand the microphone over to Mr. Cale Newman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for staying tuned in here on CTV Sports. My name's Phil Newman. We've got a special treat for you here. I'm going to get some help here from my good friend James Fody. He will bowl the ball in. Tracy, are you ready? Chicos, are you ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? All right, that's what I like to hear. So, Chicos, everybody bring in. Going to go through our players just real quick here. All right, when I say your name, raise your mallet. Team 1, we got Fran. What's Fran? Check. The team in purple, we got Fran, Alfonso, Milo, Vincente, and Santos. There you have the team in purple. And next up, the team in green, Antonio, Artemio, Inda, Felix, and Silver. There you have the two teams. All right, we are ready to go. My good friend James Fody, he's going to bowl this first ball in. Tracy, ready when the ball hits the ground. There we go, and we are off and working here. Coming out of there, it's going to be the team in green. That is Antonio. Now coming back in, Silver tries to get there. Now Artemio. Artemio out of the air, showing us some hand-eye coordination. Here we go. Running down here. Almost a collision, but they avoid the spill there. And working their way down. Trying to keep this one going here. Thank you, boys. Got that loose ball out of the playing surface. We're going to play a couple chuckers here as long as we can with the sunlight. Working our way down. This is Fran. Fran passes this one over here to Santos. Santos now keeping this one going. Trying to keep this one moving all the way down to the goalpost. What do you think of our mini goal? We've got the teams over there in the corner. And this ball sent back here. Inda now. Inda. Still on the playing surface, though. Inda tries to bring this one around. Where's this going to go? Coming in is going to be Antonio. Antonio avoids the hook there from Fran. Fran now working his way down, trying to get this one all the way to the goal. Now it's cleared out of there by Artemio. Artemio working down, trying to keep this one under control here. Artemio, where's this one going to go? Now it's going to be picked up here by Antonio. Backed up, stolen back out of there. Working down the field. Here we go. Couple players override. Where's this one going to go? Coming in is Silver. Silver miscues. Now Artemio to follow him up. Artemio working his way down here. Avoids the hook. Oh, Artemio able to maintain possession. Here we go. Can we get a point on the board? Not this time. It's going to be sent out of there. Picked off now once more by Fran. Keeping this one going. Now it's going to be Antonio. Antonio. Nice little chip shot there. Unable to make contact. He wanted now Artemio. Now Antonio. Antonio working his way down. Trying to get this one all the way back down. That's going to go well wide of the goal. So we do have some rules in place here for our wheelie polo. Those of you who are interested in learning more about that, I can tell you everything you want to know about this kids' wheelie polo here. Much like in hockey, they are allowed to play behind the goal mouth. They can go. This is to keep the game moving. And a big shot there by Antonio. Unable to find the goal mouth. Here is Artemio. Artemio. No, now that's going to be stolen back out of there now. Trying to keep this one under control. Felix now. Where's this one going to go? Milo overrides. This is Antonio. And Antonio, about a minute left here in our first trucker of play. Antonio trying to keep this one moving downfield. Where's this one going to go? He's got Artemio in the back position here to help him out if the need arises. Antonio maintains possession. Where's this one going to go? Felix coming in. Where is this one going to go? They're all bunched up together. Here we go. Can we get a point on the board? No, it's going to be taken out of there. And it's going to be picked off once again by Artemio. And Artemio miscues on the bouncy ball. And that one goes, but it's going to go wide. So still a live ball. Here we go. Milo. Where's this one going now? Coming back in. Trying to keep this one going. 30 seconds left to play. Here we go. Trying to get this one back under control here. And where's this one going? Still a live ball. Here we go. We've got 15 seconds left to play. 15 seconds. Artemio. Now Fran once again, and sends this one down. It's going to be Silver, and just a handful of seconds left to play here in this first trucker play. There we go, is the horn. All right, so we're going to play another trucker here. We got another trucker, boys. Uh-oh, we got a pony change over here. Antonio. Much like a pit stop. So, Fody, are you ready? We're still scoreless here. We need to get a point on the board here. Ladies and gentlemen, the crowd that's still around, give these players a round of applause here. They have such great hand-eye coordination. And let's see if we... And here we go. Thank you, Fody. You're going to put that ball back into play. Into Pieta is going to grab a hold of it. Fran Spinacci stealing it back once again. Team in purple trying and fighting hard here. The teams did switch directions after that first trucker of no score. So we've got the team in green going short. Oh, bad luck. It's going to go just wide. Still a live ball, though. Here we go. They're going to bring it back around onto the playing surface. Where is this one going to go? Artemio. Now Milo. And nice little lob shot there by Milo up here to Santos. Santos miscues on that ball. Artemio feeds it right back up to Santos. Look at these kids fly down the field. Where's this one going to go now? Fran and Artemio come together. These two play against each other a lot in our sister club in Aspen, Colorado, the Aspen Valley Polo Club. Now Antonio Getty. And Chicos, tell me, was that a good goal? All right, so we got our first goal. So, all right, ball back in play. Here we go, just under 3 minutes left to play. We're going to go ahead and Inda Pieta is working his way down, and Inda gonna get a point on the board for green. So back-to-back goals there by the team in green, and the floodgates have opened. Here we go, Artemio with the bring-in. Passes over here to Inda. Inda trying to keep this one under control. Where are we going here? Man, we got a player with a wheel down. He's all right, though. Look at that guy. We are working our way back over here. Can we get another point on the board? Silver with a little back shot there. Poked out of the air, though, momentarily, and little spill. He's all right, though. Look at those kids bouncing. When that young, they bounce. I don't bounce anymore. So, once again, Antonio going to send this one down. Or, sorry, that was Fran. My bad. Now, Inda Pieta is working his way down here. And wide left. Thank you. I got some spotters up here. Appreciate it, guys. So, still a ball. 2-0 is the score on the board. Where is this one going to go? They're still fighting for it. And Artemio going to get another shot on goal there. All right. Still fighting for it. Still working. The team in purple needs to get something happening here. And this is going to be Antonio Getty. Tony sends that one down. Not quite where he wanted to place it. Here comes Santos. Relent. Now, Antonio, once again, Antonio and Milo come together there on the sideboards. What's going to happen? They're trying to dig it off the sideboards. Here comes Milo. Milo with the pass out in front here. Felix coming in. Not what they wanted to do there. Looking for a teammate. Under a minute left to play. Here we go. The team in green with a beautiful little back shot there. Nice turnaround and pick up there by Silver Navijo Estrada. Silver working his way down, trying to keep this one under control. Fran coming in on the action. Where's this one going? Milo. Now Fran. Now, ooh. Look at that. Some fancy stick work out there. These kids are so agile on these wheels. They make it look easy. I can assure you it is not. Coming back in over here. Where's this ball going to go? Can we get another point on the board? Look at that little breakaway play here, Milo. Ooh, bad luck on the near side. Unable to make that contact. back down here for the team in green. Where's this one going to go? Now it's going to be Fran Spinacci. And Antonio looking for a little alley-oop play there with Felix. Unable to find it, though. Watch your ears, folks. Horn upcoming. All right, and that is Chucker. All right, guys, one more. See, one más. One more. Two more, okay. All right, we're losing some daylight here, but they got lights on their wheels. The Celebrity Bowl in here for me. All right. And the ball's back in play. Where is this one going to go? Purple still has yet to find the scoreboard. Fran Spinacci now with the ball. Antonio loses his mount there. And Santos coming in, trying to get a hold of that ball. But Artemio going to find that one, steal it back once again. Artemio taking it around the long way. Here we go. Milo now, Antonio. Antonio Aguirre. Picked off now by Milo. McDonough. Milo and Fran come together. Working their way down, trying to keep this one under control. Fran Spinacci on the move. Fran loses the handle. Artemio is there with the steal. Now they're going to get it stolen back here once again. What's going to happen? And we got another player off of his mount. Here we go, though. Santos Valent. Bad luck there. Can't quite keep it going. Now, where's this one going to go? We're fighting for it still. Trying to keep this one under control. Fran with a nice little steal there. And Inda coming in on the action. Inda Piedras. Inda loses the handle. Where's this one going to go? Come on, Purple. We need to see a Purple goal here. Get behind your team. We give this Purple team a big round of applause. They are going to goal. This is going to be Milo McDonough. Milo! And stealing out of there momentarily. Almost had a goal there for Purple. Now coming back in. Can we get a point on the board for the team in Purple? We're fighting for it still. Here we go. Working our way down. This is Milo McDonough now. Fran now. Santos trying to keep this one under control and losing the handle once again. Here comes Artemio trying to do it all himself. He's got teammates upfield. What's he going to do? Artemio Figueres. Now, beautiful pass right here. Looking for Antonio. Antonio losing the handle there to Fran Spinacci. Spinacci now. Spinacci. Ooh, hit it a little bit too far. It's going to be stolen out of there now by Artemio. Trying to keep this one going. Here we go. Antonio Aguirre sends that one down. Looking for a teammate there. Not finding help. And these guys are still working down the field. Still scoreless here for the team in purple. It's going to be Fran Spinacci. Fran Spinacci now with possession. He's got Artemio coming in hot pursuit. Fran Spinacci now into disrupts that play. Now it's going to be Artemio. Artemio out in front of the pack. Artemio Figueres out in front of the pack of players. He's got Fran in hot pursuit. What's going to happen here? Artemio. And that ball's going to be deflected. So still score stands 2-0 here. And here we go. Bad luck comes off of a player's mount. And now they're going to send this one back in, trying to find Fran Spinacci. Fran working his way down. Nicely done here. Look at this. Going down the field. Hooked out of the play, though, by Antonio. And here comes Santos. Now 30 seconds left to play here in this chucker play. What can happen here? We're still scoreless here in this chucker. What is going to happen here? You can see the lights on the wheels. And Purple takes a shot. And that's going to go. So, nicely done there. And here comes that final horn in just a handful of seconds. All right, Chicos, that's chucker. Bring it in. Or we can have Celebrity Bowling by Nick Roldan. By Uncle Nick. Oh, now we'll throw it in. A true Celebrity Bowling here. All right. Final chucker of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and the ball is on the ground. Let's see what's going to happen here. Purple did get on the board there towards the end of chucker number 3. Here we go. They're fighting for possession once again here. Ooh. And here's going to be, look at that. Artemio sends this one down. Now Santos, and Santos, he's going to get it. He's going to get it, sir. All tied up. 2 goals apiece on the board. What's going to happen here? We're going to continue to play, working our way down here. This is Artemio. And Milo. Now Antonio. Now Artemio. Back that one out of there. Silver coming in on the action. Silver unable to find it. Here comes Artemio now. Artemio Figueres working his way down, trying to keep this one going. Artemio! And that's a goal. So 3-2 now the score for the team in green. And continuous play. Here we go. Ball's back in action. Back in action here we go. Fighting for possession. It's going to be stolen out of there now by Antonio. Antonio with a little worm burner down the field. Intercepted now by Artemio, trying to feed this one back to the goal mouth. Artemio, can he do it? No, it's going to be stolen out of there momentarily here. And that one's going to go just wide to the left-hand side. So more action coming your way. Inda Piedras with the ball. Inda backs that one out of there, trying to keep this one under control. Where's it going to go? It's going to be Artemio now. Artemio, Figueres. Artemio for the team in green. Artemio, can he get the final touch there? Silver in on the action. And that ball is wide. So more action coming. Here we go. Trying to keep this one going down the field. Working their way down. Trying to keep another point on the board here. Purple, they trail by 1 goal. Fran Spinacci. Was that good? All right, it was. So all tied up now, 3 goals apiece. Back in action. Here we go. Fran with the make it, take it. Here we go. Fran. Sending this one down, trying to keep this one under control. What's going to happen? They're fighting for it about center field. We got 1.5 minutes remaining here in this match. And Antonio going to send this one down, looking for Artemio. And that's another goal here for the team in green. 4-3 now the score. Just over 1 minute remaining here in this match. Coming back in, Antonio fires one down. Look at that, looking for Artemio. That ball's going to stay on the playing surface. And coming back in with it. Where's this one going to go? Just a little bit of time remaining here. Our 30-second horn is upcoming. And they're going to race down and grab that ball back. So sends this one back in. Here we go. There's the 30-second warning horn. Less than 30 to play out. Where's this one going to go? Working down. I think that was a goal for the green team. So we're now at 5-3, I do believe, because green is now going the opposite direction. Now, here we go. Rafa. Working down here, just a handful of seconds remaining in our final chucker of play. Where's this one going to go? They're going to run out of time. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for the kids. The future of the sport. Thank you so much for tuning in here on CTV Sports and coming out and joining us here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. My name's Kel Newman, and I speak for everyone here when I say thank you for making us the leaders of polo broadcasting, and we will see you next time.